just tell me, when's the last time you masturbated? And he's like, okay, it was to a picture of Zoe in a bikini. And he's just like, ew,
gross.
This part is kind of funny. He's like, you jacked off to a picture of your own girlfriend? That is sick.
Welcome to When Harry Dumb Sally.
I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com. We talk about the main relationship in the rom-com, and we decide how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
If they break up, who breaks up with who? Why do they do that to them, huh?
And today we watched I Love You, Man.
Yes. Yes.
You're like, did we?
Yes, we did. Let me go to a different document. Yes. You could tell them more about that film.
We watched I Love You, Man. This was a Patreon pick. This was picked by Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for requesting this film.
Wow.
And if you join our Patreon, starting at only $2.
Wow, what a steal.
You can also help request movies for us to do every month.
We have to watch them.
And we have to.
We have no choice.
We have no choice. You can force us to do it.
Yeah.
Which Sarah did.
And we thank her for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, so I Love You, Man. It is a 2009 film.
Yeah.
And our log line for it is: friendless Peter Clavin goes on a series of man dates to find a best man for his wedding. But when his Insta-bond with his new BFF puts a strain on his relationship with his fiancée, can the trio learn to live happily ever after?
The one and only time Insta-bond has been in a log line. What a weird word.
Insta-bond.
Insta-bond?
He Insta-bonded with, okay, so we've got Sydney, which is Jason Segel, but our main couple that I guess we'll be talking about, although it is like we've also got this bromance. It's Peter, Paul Rudd, and Zoe Rashida Jones.
Yes.
And then Jason Segel, probably in the least attractive Jason Segel role ever.
Awful. Jason Segel's anything but nice, sweet man.
Yes.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Big yuck. It's funny because it's kind of like him and Paul Rudd having a reversal from Sarah Marshall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like Jason Segel is meant to be like the anti-leading man.
Yeah, he's supposed to be kind of like jerky guy, like ugh.
And I feel like it's 2009 and he's like an investor, and I'm like, if this was made today, he'd be like a crypto bro.
Yeah. I actually don't know why he had to be bad for this film to work.
I don't know either.
Because I don't think he had to be.
I don't think he had to be as bad. He's like full on man child.
Yes.
And I think that, yeah, I don't know why Paul Rudd needed this in his life.
No, it's about bromance, and I think bromance could have been like, I found a nice friend that's like me.
Yeah.
I just think there's no reason it couldn't have been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been, but I don't know. The movie, it's a Judd Apatow movie, and it's, you know, it's about men being men and man stuff. Or Judd Apatow, was it Judd Apatow?
I don't really know.
He must have.
I trust you.
No, I totally lied. Judd Apatow had nothing to do with this.
Bye, Apatow.
Never mind. John Hamburg wrote and directed it.
Of Hamburglar fame.
Yes, the Hamburglar is responsible for this. Do we say Peter and Zoe, how long we think they'll last?
Yeah, so I don't know how long we think we see them.
Well, we see them wedding planning and then the wedding. And I guess it really just depends on how long. Like, I feel like wedding planning takes some people like a year.
I think it should take a year. But like, I feel like the wedding industry has gotten crazier and crazier since 2009.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess
I think
also,
people were still sending save the dates like at least 6 months in advance, I would think.
Because what? How am I supposed to, fit you in a month?
Please.
Come on.
I have 7 other weddings.
So I've got so many weddings to go to. So my guess is that it's, I bet we've seen a few months. I think we've probably seen them at least together for a year.
'Kay.
I also feel like movies speed things up.
That's true. Let's say they've been together a year. And so we think how long they'll stay together?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, forever? Yeah.
Do we want to say how long we think the bromance will last? We don't have to.
All right. 3, 2, 1 until he has kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as we see with Sydney's character, he's like losing all of his other friends to like
having lives, like grown-up lives.
And unless Sydney also finds someone to settle down with, which he's just like the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah,
so I don't know
that.
what woman's going to put up with him or why he would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Peter and Zoey will have kids, and Peter, like, maybe they'll be in each other's life. I don't even know, like, it ends kind of with Zoey has forgiven him, but I'm like, this guy sucks.
He sucks.
Like, if I were dating someone and this was his bestie that I had to be around a lot, and like he's not even hanging out with him with her, where it's like, oh, we all have like a friendship. Friends. It's like he just steals him away from her.
Yes,
in
to have like dude
ways.
time, you know, and only dudes can do this, and yeah, it's yucky.
Yeah, and obviously you should have that. You should have your friends outside of your relationship, but like I don't know, the way he goes about it is, yeah. Jumping into it, Peter is showing Zoey this area that he's going to be like developing some condos or something. And he's showing her the land, the plot of land.
Because there's also going to be space for a store for her. Because I guess she wants to have a store. And he's like, we could also have the reception here.
Yeah.
She goes, reception?
And he's like, I'm proposing. We find out it's only been 8 months. Kind of soon to propose, in my opinion.
Laughed out loud as soon as
I don't understand that at all. I don't see why we need to get married that bad. Like, I feel like you can be like, oh, okay, I see myself marrying this person. Like, let's plan to do that. Yeah. I think in 8 months you could be like, I assume I'm going to marry you. But like, you don't have to do the marriage the second the thought pops into your head.
Yes, I agree. So she says yes, calls all of her friends about it.
Yeah, she's on the phone with her friends. She's got them on speakerphone.
You always have to warn if you have someone in your car with you and you're doing speakerphone, immediately go, hey, it's me, blah, 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 blah. You're on speaker.
Yeah.
You have to. It's a law.
Yeah.
It's a social law.
Because otherwise this person doesn't know who's here.
They will say
about
anything.
To say things.
Especially
about,
girlfriends?
Yes. Your fiance who's there in the car with you.
Yes.
And they're, talking about, they're like, oh, yeah, he goes down on you. Like,
fortunately, they're actually not saying anything bad or negative.
No, they're not saying anything bad, but they're talking about like how
intimate stuff.
He's like so good at fucking
you go down
her.
on her every day. Remember with the hot tub here, blah 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 here.
And he's kind of like, okay, this is a little weird to be hearing this. And at one point she's like, she doesn't know she's on speaker. I'm like, girl, tell her.
It's so rude. You're just like asking for somebody to get hurt when you don't warn people you're on speaker.
And like, I don't know, as women, we do share a lot of things
like everything
with our friends.
Of course, yes.
But like, nobody needs to hear that from them.
No, that's our fun little
secret.
It's
our secret.
Yes.
We don't give away our secrets.
That's why we bond so much.
Yes, this is why we bond closer than whatever the fuck Sydney and Peter have going on.
They have rush.
They have rush. Men bond over like activities.
Yes.
They love to do golf and they love to do jam sesh. And then we're like, my fiance goes down on me 6 times a week.
Oh my God, that's so nice of him. We're friends now.
Yeah, we're besties. Cool. And then she's like, oh, I'm hogging the phone. Don't you want to call someone and tell them? And he's like, I don't have anybody to call.
I know. It's so sad.
It's really sad.
It's so sad.
Also, a man with no friends. First of all, she doesn't know this about him yet.
8 months in, I think you got to know if someone doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
I think you got to find that out in the first 3 weeks.
Like, fencing, so I guess.
But none of them are his friends.
No,
they don't want to hang with him.
I think that he talks about them maybe in a way that she has assumed that they're friends.
And he mentions his coworker, and so she thinks, "Oh, that's a friend." When he's like the worst man ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like friends is one of the early things I screen for.
Yeah, a man without friends is scary.
Yeah, like. I have to be everything.
I have to be everything to you.
And I've been everything, and I hate being everything.
No, being everything for a person is very stressful.
Don't have someone else complain to them about me.
Yeah.
Like, do something.
Please.
You know?
I want you to have somebody to complain to about me so that you can then get over it and come home and it'll be fine.
Exactly. And like, before you come telling me dumb shit, draft it out with your friends. Throw it around a little bit. Then come to me with your thoughts. Organize a little bit before you make me do all the work. Like,
Well, and you're just like, I have to be there for every activity you do. Like, anybody dating somebody without friends is crazy.
It's
also,
so
being friends
much.
with somebody who has no friends is crazy. I'm like, if somebody's surrounded by no one, I'm like, that's
a problem. Why am I
weird.
joining this Rut-Row club?
Yeah, nobody else wants to be around you.
No, thank you.
And his whole thing that we eventually find out is that, well, when he's with his family in the next scene, is that he's like always been a girlfriend guy. So he's just always jumped from girlfriend to girlfriend. But I'm like, that's a red flag.
Yes, absolutely.
Jumping from girlfriend to girlfriend and you maintain no friendships outside of that?
Yeah, and there's like clearly no downtime between the relationships. He doesn't even try to make friends. Being very generous, and he doesn't warrant it. It is like, it's tough for guys to make friends with each other. A lot of guys out there kind of rut-row, and he has kind of like softer sensibilities.
Yes.
But
He's very
like
soft boy vibes, but then he ends up friends with Sydney, who's not soft boy at all.
Exactly. So I don't know. It's weird.
But that is, I tend to date more sensitive men.
Yeah.
And I do know from their perspective, they're like, I don't want to hang out with these like fucking guys
No, they're
who are
weird.
being...
They say scary stuff.
Yeah, doing all this crazy man
And it's
shit.
like, of course you don't want to hang out with girls then, but even then I'm like, well then hang out with some girls.
Yeah.
You're hanging out with
Hang out with
nobody?
women, yeah. Love a man with female friends.
Yeah.
He's with his family and everybody's talking about how he's never had friends, and we find J.K. Simmons is his dad, Andy Samberg's his brother.
Gay brother.
I'm
going to be honest. Andy doesn't read as gay to me here.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably, I guess, good that he didn't do some caricature.
I guess so. But even like his hair just feels like skater bro. And you're
Yeah.
like, what? Okay.
There could be gay skater bros, you
Totally
know?
there can. There can. You're right. I'm so
Gay
sorry.
people come in all flavors.
They really do.
But I agree. He doesn't read that way. But...
And that's fine.
And that's fine. He's telling the women in his office about the proposal, and as he's like driving to work, he's like seeing all these men like friendships, and he's like, man, I don't know.
I wish I had a friend. And yeah, his fencing people don't like him.
His coworker Tevin is like showing him porn at work, and he's like, ha ha ha, that's weird.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. The way that male friendship is portrayed in this movie is like so unappealing.
Yeah. Well, it's yucky ones.
Yeah.
They don't have any nice ones. The nicest one is our main one. And it's so funny seeing dudes become friends. Like, it feels like watching like kind of like children form friendships, but like watching girls become friends feels like watching like a crush. Like, it's such different
Yeah.
vibes. You know, with like boys, you're like, oh, you're doing it.
Yay.
And with
Look
girls,
at
you're like,
playing with your blocks.
yeah.
Girls is like, there's some tension underneath.
She has that girlfriend, our main girl, Rashida's girlfriend, the one who looks like Margot Robbie, but clearly isn't Margot Robbie.
Yeah, her friend Denise and Haley are her two friends. Denise is Jamie Presley, and then Sarah Burns is Haley.
Yeah. And they all talk about how weird it is that her fiance doesn't have friends.
Yes. She's having a girls' night, and he's like, yeah, I'll hang out with my fencing buddies afterwards. And then he's like trying to be like, hey guys, want to grab some brewskis?
Or eat
He's
some
like real
yeah.
awkward
He's
the
real
entire
awkward the whole
time.
film. Uh-huh.
And his friends are Aziz, I'm sorry,
Nick Kroll.
and Nick Kroll, and they're like...
I mean, those aren't his friends, but yes.
Yeah, his fencing buddies. And they're
fencing
like,
people.
we're going to Joshua Tree to celebrate for a bachelor party.
Yeah, sorry I didn't invite you, but like you never hang out with us actually.
We don't know
so we
you,
don't
so
do anything with you.
Good luck getting married.
Yeah. Bye.
So he's going home early, even though it's girls' night, and it's like the saddest scene ever. He's making them root beer floats. She's
It's
got
so
so
cute.
many friends.
Yes.
He's about to go in and
Yeah.
surprise them, and instead he overhears all of her friends being like, he's Like, what, we're gonna walk down the aisle alone?
And it's just going to be him with no grooms people.
Like, he has no friends. And then she at some point says, I think his best friend is his mom.
Ugh.
Yikes. Sad to overhear.
Would kill me.
Yeah.
Would kill me.
I would be... Again, you need to be able to talk to your friends about your partner. You need to be able to complain about things. These are like safe spaces. We all know that frequently our friends will say things that you're like,
yes,
I get it. You had to like get it off your chest, but I know that you love this person dearly,
of course,
and that like that's fine, but we have to like express things.
Yes.
I don't want to hear that. I hope that it happens,
yes,
but I don't want to know shit
business.
about it.
It's not my business. And that's okay.
Yeah.
So
he hears, they find out, and he's like, haha, I made you all root beer floats. Bye.
Ugh, so painful. Then he's like, okay, fuck, I gotta make friends.
Yeah. So Andy Samberg's brother is like, I'll help you. Like, but it is funny, this whole movie, it's like, comparing the bromance to a typical rom-com. He's like, meet guys on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, come on, have mom set you up.
Mom set
like
you
all
up.
These
Meet
tropes.
someone at the gym.
Ask a guy on a man date.
Yeah.
He ends up going to poker night with Barry, who's Denise's awful husband.
Yeah.
John Favreau, I think, plays him. And he is just like the biggest douchebag. Their entire relationship is nuts. They just fight with each other and then have makeup sex. They're that couple that
Yes.
you're just like constantly
Jesus Christ.
being mean to each other.
Yes.
Couldn't be me. I could not be in this relationship. I don't know
No.
how people are in a relationship where they fight all the time and their whole thing is we maybe hate each other.
But then we're really horny about it.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Not for me.
No.
I think we've said before, makeup sex is like not a thing.
No,
Ever.
Nope.
In my life.
There's so much makeup that has to happen that is not related to the sex.
Yeah.
It's like, no, be nice to me for like a few weeks. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see if it ever happens again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Poker night with them. We're getting a montage of the man dates. He's got...
Brother tries to introduce him to a guy at the gym, and brother's like, I don't even know my brother that well, but you should be friends with him.
Yeah.
Which is very
It's
funny.
Joe Latugio, maybe?
Yeah, it's kind of a star-studded cast. We have a lot of people from, I don't know if it's like before they blew up or while they were blowing up.
Yeah, it was kind of that 2009. Well, this is why I thought it was a Judd Apatow film, because I feel like
All the
so
classics.
the cast is like
Yeah.
in all of his movies.
Yeah.
Joe Latuglia. Okay. He is like high-pitched voice man. And then we've got Doug Thomas Lennon, who, they're going to get dinner. And he assumes
Thinks it's a date and kisses him for a while.
He meets up with a guy online who's actually old.
Very old, catfishing him.
Yeah. He's chugging beers with the guys at poker night, projectile vomits.
All over the husband who's annoying.
Yeah.
Bad.
Not good.
Bad.
Poker nights, I think we said this in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. What's with poker nights? I just like have never heard of a man actually having a poker night, but it's this guy.
It's this guy.
I guess it's like douchey men.
It's
because
like
Matthew
duty
McConaughey
dudes.
was also douchey in that movie.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we gotta have boys now. We gotta have cigars,
Boys,
and chug our
cigars, money,
beers,
beer.
and we play poker.
And we're not going to talk
We
about
do
our feelings.
activities.
Yes. I do think golf don't care for it, but I do think it's probably more of like a blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
It feels
Maybe that's
like
nice for them.
That's nice for men.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God they have golf.
I know. I worry about them a lot. Then
He's kissing Zoe later, and she's like, "You taste like an ashtray," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was kissing this guy."
why don't you say that first? It's so crazy to me the way he acts.
Well, and she's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I've been going on man dates." And I'm like, "How did she not know this?" I guess he's trying to do it like,
Yeah.
because he's embarrassed.
She's like, you've been working late so much, and he's been like lying and embarrassed. 'Cause
Yeah.
clearly she heard what he said, or he heard what she said.
Yeah, but he didn't want to confront her about that. But it's like, you just gotta
gotta
be
do
like,
it.
"Hey, I'm gonna do this." But I get it. It
Yeah.
would be embarrassing. This would be really embarrassing to overhear your partner being like, "This person has no friends," and then being like, "I guess I'm gonna go do that then."
Ugh, kill me. So then we see that our main guy's a realtor, He has an open house, and Jason Segel's like being helpful nearby, but he's eating the fancy food.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, I'm not buying. I have no interest in this house. Oh, and the house is owned by a famous
Lou
dude.
Ferrigno, who plays the Hulk.
Yes, he's in Princess Bride.
Ferrigno.
Lou
He is?
Ferrigno. Yeah, he's the giant.
He is? I thought that was played by a different giant guy.
I'm pretty sure they like do a joke about the Princess Bride because it's him.
Huh.
Lou Ferrigno. Let's confirm, but
I don't think, is he really him?
I just
It looks
thought
so
that they
different.
did some
I think
joke.
they did a joke, but I thought it was
But it was
like
something
an
different.
associated one. But maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was like Andre the Giant who was.
No, you're right. You're totally right.
Yeah.
I was getting like, well, I was confused because they made a Princess Bride joke.
They
I
did.
don't really know.
I think they're just like big guy, big joke.
Yeah.
That's my
okay.
best guess, but I agree.
Anyway, he's the Hulk. It
Yes.
is not anything. It's not Andre the Giant. It's Lou Ferrigno.
Ferrigno.
And he's trying to sell his house. And he's like, I'm just here. Sydney's just there to eat food and meet a divorcee.
divorcees.
He's kind of, helping him out. He's like, that couple that you think is going to buy this house, they're not
They're
going to buy
not.
this house. That dude's just trying to impress this woman he's never fucked. He's like, how do you know they've never fucked? And he's like, he's holding on a fart right there.
His whole thing is like he reads body language.
Yeah, he's like, I can tell that guy needs to fart. What a terrible skill to have.
Yeah. Bummer. I feel like it's such a dude thing to be like, I can read body language. I don't think women have to say that to each other because
We just know
it's just
that
happening.
we can. We have to do it for safety.
Yeah,
it's something
exactly.
that is learned
And
at
then
a
I'm
young
like,
age.
I found this crazy trick.
And they're like, I
Take my course.
and they're like, yeah, okay. Oh, good job.
Good job. Wow. If a woman's
So-
smiling at you, she might like you or she might be scared. Only one way to find out.
They exchange business cards. He decides that he's gonna call him. He keeps like calling and hanging up. It's like one of those
Yeah.
awkward scenes. He leaves him this horrific voicemail.
Terrible voicemail.
Leaving a voicemail is so scary.
Yeah, but I love it.
You love leaving a voicemail?
I love hearing voicemails. I love the awkwardness of voicemail. I love that it's so silly. It feels like so dated and goofy that we have to do
Yeah.
it and that people have to do it. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it as a bit.
Do you like voice memos though? Voice messages?
Some
Whatever
friends
they are?
like them and I'll do them with them and I don't mind it. One of my friends and I, we do it and we tell each other like, hey, I'm going to drop an ep. And so we like do a little recording and drop a little episode at each other. And
Yeah.
it's fun.
Okay.
I don't mind it. I imagine you would hate it.
No, yeah,
Of course.
it's not for me.
Yeah.
I read the transcript. If
Yes.
the transcript makes no sense,
Then I'll listen,
good
I
luck.
guess. No.
It sounds like I didn't understand, but it sounds like you were rambling. So
The truth is, like, I hate having to look at my phone. I hate having like a big discussion over text. So I don't mind hearing those, and I get to do everything like I'm doing a podcast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I like that.
I think it's reasonable. I don't know. I know that I'm weird.
Hey, you're perfect.
I had to send a voice memo for the first time.
Why? Who made you do that?
I know, right?
Who did that? Why?
Somebody, she was like, I need a voice clip for like a podcast. And I was like, she was like, just send it as a voice memo. And I was like, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to do that. Could you tell? I was like, I've literally never done this before. And then in the same week, I had to send a voice memo because same person, I'm on a sketch team with them. And they're
Okay.
like, can you send can everybody send their pitches with
Voice memo.
a voice memo? And I was like, wow, I guess I do voice memos now.
Wow.
Here's my rambling pitches that probably would have been better if I'd just written them, but
That's good
whatever.
to know.
People want to hear my input. Now I know how to do them, guys. I'm really
Okay.
modern.
We're doing voice memos now, I
It
guess.
did feel so. Never don't make me send one again. But it did feel. I felt very old. And it's just like me and how I am with technology. But I was like, I don't even know how to do this.
I don't know what
know
we're
how
doing
to
here.
find it.
Fine. Here you go. Scared to call. He leaves the voicemail. It's weird. And then Sydney eventually calls him back.
Yes.
They make a plan.
Zoe's with her girls, Denise and Haley, and Denise reveals that her and Barry are trying to get pregnant, and Haley just goes, ew.
Ew. She's like, what? She's like, now all I think of is you guys having sex. And it is funny that people reveal that they're trying because you're just like, hey, I'm having unprotected sex.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to state casually and have
Yeah.
everyone go, yay.
Who are like, I'm trying. I'm kind of like, you didn't need to tell me that.
No.
You can tell me when the baby's made.
Yeah.
And I'll say, what a mystery.
You can even say, I think we might be ready to have a baby.
Yeah.
And that tells me your readiness. That doesn't tell me that you're having unprotected
Maybe
sex
some
once a
people
month.
like don't have the intrusive thought where when somebody says that, you're like, okay, so you're fucking all the time.
Yes. Yes.
And in a pressured way where you're like, I'm ovulating.
Yes. And like some people have told me about their pressured stuff and it's just like, it's business.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that.
No. So anyway, I just think ew is a really funny
It's so
response.
good.
And it feels like how I want to respond when people tell me
Yes.
about baby things. I'm like, gross, why'd you tell me that? You didn't have to tell me that.
No.
So he's meeting Sydney in Venice at 5. This is a stupid LA thing, but he's downtown at this time and he's telling him to go to Venice. If
Yes.
somebody was like, hey, drive down, I would be like, nah, dude, you gotta give me like a week heads up to make me drive down to Venice. Like, what is...
Not our
but
guy.
He's desperate.
Because he
He's
actually needs a best man by June 30th.
Yeah. So maybe this is also... Yeah, an example of like you're so desperate for love that you would drive from downtown to Venice to meet by 5.
Love,
rush
yeah.
hour.
Crazy.
Okay. Anyway, he's talking about like Sydney's getting him to open up,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Why am I telling you about this?" He's like, "So how's the sex?"
He's like,
He's like, "Good," and he's like, "Uh-oh, so it's bad. What happens?" And he's like, "Well, she doesn't, give me head ever." And he's like, I don't know, just kind of a gross dude.
yeah, he's a gross dude. He's a gross dude. And at some point he says that he goes to the boardwalk and throws his own feces like a gorilla.
Yeah. And I think it's supposed to be a joke, but also
I don't know.
I think he might.
I really don't know.
We find out later he's a person who doesn't pick up his dog shit, which is like just socially unacceptable. Like that is the worst thing he does. Everything else about him is like annoying, gross man. But I'm like, just as like a society,
Yes.
like pick up after your animals. What are we doing? Pick up after yourself. Don't throw trash on the ground. Don't leave shit behind. What are we doing?
And it is so like conceptually like in what was there one with Hugh Jackman and Meg Ryan?
Oh, the time travel-y one, yeah.
Yeah, like it is ridiculous. They're like, why would I pick up this dog shit? And it's like, that's kind of the agreement that you've all made for some reason.
Don't have a dog if you're not going to pick up their shit.
Because it is weird that happens.
And it is gross.
It's
When
crazy.
I've had to dog sit, I'm like, this is pretty disgusting.
It's insane.
But like,
That's
still
the deal.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
They're,
doing friendship.
getting drunk, and he gives him the nickname Pistol Pete, and there's a whole bit throughout where Peter can't do nicknames whatsoever. He calls him Jobin. He gets home really late, and Zoe's like, oh my God, is this your best man?
Yeah, she's so happy for him.
She's really excited. Like, she is supportive. I think that as a couple, they like will probably work and be fine. I don't see why they wouldn't.
So like girlfriend guy's never gonna leave her.
Yeah.
She has all of her friends. She's gonna be fine and well. He has a friend. He's gonna take some load off of her. I'm like kind of like, yeah.
I think he's also a pushover guy. So I don't think that her ever being like, oh, I'm going out with the girls. Like, oh, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm not, I think he would just be like, okay. Like, he's not the kind of guy where he has no friends. And then you're like, I've been in this relationship, guy with like no friends, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go out, and he's like,
but when are you coming back?
What?
Yeah.
What about me?
There are guys I felt like guilty about going out late, or I
Yes.
feel bad about it, or I'm like, ugh, I have to bring them with. I will say my rut-row about him is that he is like, he will like lie and hide things.
Yes.
Like he hid that he's going on these things with these dudes. He like hid that, I get that's weird telling someone what you want in bed, whatever. But like then he hid that he's like loaned this guy $8,000.
Yeah, that's crazy when that happens.
And so I'm like, how does he's like probably pretty conflict avoidant.
Yes.
How does this develop over time? I don't know. Maybe he gets better at it with his friendship with this guy.
I hope that he gets better. Something about him makes me think that he will, and if she pushed him to, I
Yeah,
think
that
that he
he'd
would
do
be
it.
like, okay. And if
Yeah.
she was like, let's do couples therapy, he'd be like, okay.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
he seems like he just seems so agreeable and like
Yeah.
willing to
Yeah.
try. Like he doesn't feel like if she was like when she brings up when the $8,000 loan thing comes up, she's not like, why would you do that? And he's not defensive about it. He's kind of like, you're right, I feel like.
He gets defensive about something crazy.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll get there. Yeah, he's obviously not perfect. I just like
No.
don't know why it would end.
Yeah.
So he's, hanging out. Oh, this is when he goes on a walk with Sydney, and Sydney doesn't clean up ever after his dog, and someone gets mad at him, and he just like screams
Loses the
at
shit
them.
at him. And he's like, what? And he goes,
He says, "I'm a man, Peter. I have an ocean of testosterone flowing through my veins."
uh-huh.
And then he takes him under the pier to scream.
Scream. He also is wearing like Uggs in the heat on the beach.
Yeah.
Tall, crazy.
He's just like, everything about him is man-child.
Yes. So he brings him to his like man cave.
I feel like he goes to his garage, his man cave, tons of musical instruments. There's a jerk off station. In the most recent US season of Love is Blind, a lot of the men, when they showed their homes, they had man caves. And I'm like, if you're living alone, why do you need
a cave? Who are you hiding from?
Yeah, I understand you live with your partner. I
your
want
weird
I want
space.
my own space.
Yep. Oh.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I want my space that's like mine to decorate, mine to have my shit in. I want you to have your space for yours. You
Yes.
did put your shit in that I don't want in the living room.
You live alone?
What? Why do you have a man cave?
And I guess for him, he's like, this is a place women don't come.
Yeah, but it's like you're
Okay.
taking them to your room, dude. You don't have a girlfriend.
I don't get it. I agree.
Having a jerk off station is weird.
In your man cave, especially weird. It's very weird. He wears condoms when he masturbates. Have you heard about this?
From this movie, I've heard about this.
I texted someone I know because they do this. And I hadn't.
Because of this movie?
No, they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, isn't it crazy? They do it because my friend had talked about it. A different friend was like, blah, blah. I'm like, made a joke. I'm like, oh, I know a guy who does that. He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. He likes that the cleanup is easy.
Okay.
And he is uncircumcised. And I think that actually makes it so the sensation is way better than it would be with the condom and an uncircumcised person. Like you have way more sensation because stuff's still moving up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have way more sensation
just-
in an uncircumcised penis in general.
Yeah, but then you're like getting movement that you don't normally get when you have nothing else and the condom. And it's way less messy.
Uncircumcised, guys.
I've been saying it for years.
I've been saying it for years.
For
Put
years.
a condom on that
Put a
bitch.
condom on that. See how it feels.
See how it feels. It's going to be a good time for you.
Uh-huh.
Hot tips on this pod.
Yep, big
for
tips.
dudes jerking it.
Dude's jerking it. Still good with a condom.
Our main demo.
Yes, that is our demo. Yeah. So that was fun. I guess in this movie he does it to like practice sensation or something.
Yeah, I guess
Sensitizing,
because he's
lasting
using
long.
condoms. Yeah.
I don't know.
The cleanup thing, I
think-
guess, makes sense.
I think it's
don't
so
know.
reasonable. It seems
Yeah.
like a big mess.
It also seems like, depending on how much you're jerking off, though, that's like a lot of money.
That's what he says. Yeah, he's like, it can cost quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's like, you pick and choose.
Yeah. Fair. So he's kind of like, why are you telling me about jerking off? Like, oh, I'm weird about that. And then he's like, come on, Peter, like, just tell me, when's the last time you masturbated? And he's like, okay. It was to a picture of Zoey in a bikini. And he's just like, ew.
Gross.
This part is kind of funny. He's like, you jacked off to a picture of your own girlfriend? That
That's
is sick.
It's so funny.
It's very funny.
It's so funny. It feels comparable to like when you're like, oh, your parents are kissing each other. Ugh, that's incest. You know?
Yeah.
You're like, ugh, you like this thing that you obviously like.
Yeah.
Crazy, gross, too familiar or something. I guess he wants you to like be like what, jacking off to some like crazy person, but like
Yeah, like more of a fantasy. Like, it's like, why would you jerk off to your girlfriend when like you could just have sex with her maybe?
but she's away, you're alone. And you can think of them in different situations. And they're the one that you find
sucking your
attractive.
dick, which she never
Never
does.
does. So I don't know. I thought it, but yeah, it was funny how he flipped
It's just
out.
funny that he was, and
He's, like,
obviously
disgusted.
Peter is like 100% the kind of guy.
Who would?
Did you watch I Love LA at all?
Yeah.
Okay, I've only watched a few episodes, but it's like in an earlier episode when she's doing this big dramatic like fake thing where she's like, I caught you watching porn, and to her boyfriend, and he's like, what? No, I only watch porn with girls who look exactly like you. He's like, no, when I watch it, they look like you. I thought that was sweet.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet.
That's girlfriend.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
So
Sydney
he
hates playing golf with women.
Yeah, he's like, I like hanging out with Zoe. We golfed and it was really fun. And Sydney goes, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
And then it
Which
turns
honestly,
out it
does sound like a fucking nightmare. Yeah. I don't ever want to golf in my life. I've mini golfed and that's fine.
It's fine.
Yes.
Yes. Whatever.
Big time golf? What? So I can lose a bunch of balls and walk too much?
It's like walking for a long time, hitting stuff. Let's just like gab.
Yeah.
What?
We can just sit somewhere.
Yeah, we can sit somewhere and do at each other.
This.
I don't know.
So they say bye. He does this like awkward handshake with him. I wrote down men love scary handshakes.
They do.
I really hate when a man goes in for a weird handshake and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what you're doing. They're like fist bump and I'm like, okay, is it just going to be a fist bump or are we about to do... You don't know what they're about to do.
I'm about to do a little hand dance.
Are we about to do... And I just like want to just like slap their... I sometimes do that. If they start getting too weird with it, I'm like, yay. Yeah.
Fun game.
I like that.
Sometimes they'll put it out like and I'll just like do a grab.
Yeah, grab it.
Yeah. Catch and release, you know?
Yeah. All right. Sydney shows up to his work. Lou Ferrigno is calling him because he's mad that the house isn't being sold. And Sydney's there because he's like, all his friends bailed on hiking. And so he's like, come hang out with me. Like, my friends are bailing on me now because they
have lives.
having lives and he's being left behind. And this is like the hard thing with being a man-child in your 30s going on 40. Like...
And like honestly, like being someone without kids, even as a woman, like your friends start having kids and they get involved with their kids, which is so normal.
When
somebody
has kids, like you're just not going to see them as much.
But I think women make more efforts than men might, you know?
Yeah.
Or men are like, I only want to do it for nighttime and drinking, and it's like, well, come on.
So we get like a montage of them hanging out, and then he's going back to Zoe's and she's like, what do you guys do when you hang out? And he's like, oh, we like jam. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that you played an instrument. And I was like, that's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
I feel like men love to burst out the fact that they play an instrument.
Yeah.
And that's like, if a man plays an instrument, that's first date. He's like, and by the way.
Hey, guess what? He wants to watch me touch something.
Yeah.
It's not what you think. Exactly. And they have an engagement party, and this is where
it's Peter's favorite restaurant. His mom's speech is like,
he takes all of his first dates here.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Why are you doing that to him?
People love to have a spot that they take a first date.
I guess so.
I've heard of people being like that. They're like, this is the spot I take them. But that feels like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It would just be weird working there. And you're like, oh, you're here again. And then Sydney is there and he decides that he needs to give a speech for some fucking reason. And he, for God knows why, just decides to reveal that Zoe doesn't give blowjobs.
Yep.
Says, give
everyone.
it back, return the favor.
Yeah, he doesn't say it explicitly, but explicitly enough where everyone knows. He's like, this guy gives a lot of pleasure and he should get it back.
It's like, what are you doing?
Why?
He's like, if you do, you'll have a beautiful and pleasure-filled union. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Zoe's obviously pissed off. She's like mad that he told him that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you tell your friends everything. This is another like argument where I feel like they diffuse it. Because I am like, I mean, the thing to be mad about is that your dumbass friend said this in front of everyone.
Yes.
Also, that you're complaining about this thing, but not talking to me about it when it could just be like a simple conversation of like, hey, I would like it if you did this. Would you be open to doing it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do it all the time, but maybe that would be nice for me.
Totally. And, you know, he's just like, she's like, that is private. And that's not really the issue.
Yeah.
Because he knows that she's never private with anything.
Yes.
Like if she was like, he doesn't go down on me enough, I'm sure she would have told all of her friends.
Yes.
But friends know better than
yeah, than to say that. And so
in public.
she does say that she understands.
Yes.
And then she's like, well, my ex didn't like them, but I used to like them. And I felt like that was a crazy thing to say. Like, your ex doesn't like blowjobs, so you assume your next partner doesn't?
I
Or
just
like
think
she didn't get used to them? Or she got...
I think that if you do a thing with a partner and they seem to not like it, I think it's so easy for you to go, oh, maybe I'm bad at it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm bad at it, and so I don't want to do
And
this.
he hates it, so like I won't even try again.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Absolutely. And
Sydney's apologizing for the speech. She says he got nervous, and Peter's like, let's go on a golf date.
with all four of us, and it's bad.
It's bad. Sydney's like, I don't play. Oh, yeah, because they're trying to set him up with Haley,
Yeah.
who's like into him, but he's
not
like,
into
no.
And then golf goes bad. Basically, they take too long. People get upset.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sydney invites Pete to go to...
Go see Rush is like randomly playing.
But it's Sunday night when you're supposed to watch HBO with his Zoe. And so he's like, let me bring Zoe to Rush. And the whole time, him and his dude bromance, they're like miming bass at each other, licking each other's fake air bases. And she's just on the side.
Yeah, just like third wheeling this date.
And she's pissed.
Yeah.
And they're looking at suits next day to go figure out what to wear for wedding.
Trying on tuxes.
Tuxes.
And then he's like, can I ask you why you're getting married? And he can't answer the question, which again, there are some red flags here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I really feel like 8 months in, why are you getting married? Okay, you want to be with her forever. Do that. What are we doing?
Yes. She was taken aback by the proposal.
Yeah.
She did not expect it in any way.
No.
It doesn't sound like they had talked about it. So he, of his own mind, made some choices over time, bought a ring, and then he comes now and he goes, oh, yeah, I don't really know why we're getting married.
I don't know why I'm getting married.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And the only thing dumber than having that answer is bringing it up with her later. Why would you do that?
He's like, oh, yeah, this is when, okay, so Sydney tells him to try a blue tux on. He's like, I can't do that. Sydney's like, you have no confidence. Anyway, and this is when Sydney's like, I have an investment opportunity. Would you loan me some money? $8,000.
Yeah.
That's a crazy amount of money to ask.
Huge.
I guess maybe he's like, well, you're a real estate agent. You're selling a celebrity's home.
Yeah,
like, you
surely
must
you might have
make
AK lying
money. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, I don't know. Doug is there. He's like, you broke my heart. Anyway, so he tells Sydney to be his best man. This is when he's like, be my best man.
Yeah.
And I'll loan you $8,000. I never had friends before.
Yeah. And then they're like making the seating layout. And Zoe mentions that she's worried that Sydney doesn't like her. She doesn't like him. It's a whole thing. And then next day...
Is this when he says the whole...
I think it's a little bit later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then eventually he tells Zoe that he lent Sydney money in the worst way. That's how he tells it. And then he's like, I don't know why I want to marry you.
Yeah, he's like, can I ask you why we're getting married? And she's like, why are you asking me that? And he's like, well, Sydney asked me that and I didn't know how to answer.
And she's like, it's 2 weeks before our wedding, and you don't know why you're marrying me?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, before proposing, you don't even think about it. And she's like, why wouldn't you think about that before proposing?
Yeah.
What?
Again, I do think they will last, but I think that they've got some early relationship shit to still work through. And this is early relationship. When you're starting off, like the first year in a relationship is a lot of like, working through little
what's your deal, what's my deal,
like,
how do they do,
how are we going to communicate with each other going forward, how are we going to do that, and I think that they will work through them, but like, man, this crazy to do that while you're getting married.
Insane. So she leaves to go stay with her friends. He's kind of like sad and a bummer. And this is where we find out that the $8,000 was used to put up these wild billboards all over for Pete's realtor business. And they kind of have a fight. The boys fight. He blames Sydney for the breakup, uninvites Sydney from the wedding, and asks for his season 2 lost DVDs. It's very kind of cliche breakup sort of vibes. Like, can you give me back this?
I need my stuff back.
My stuff back.
Like, whatever, we're done.
Yeah. And
Peter's all mad. He says that Sydney is threatened by him. He's like, all your friends are growing up, and like, and I think there's some truth to that.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Sydney is just people are moving on.
yes.
And you either need to find other men who are like this, who are realistically going to be like 10 years younger than you.
Yes.
Or
Learn how to like accommodate your life to
Yeah.
like your friends' situations or grow up, you know? And they both are kind of like, you have no friends, you have no friends.
Yeah.
And then later, Pete goes to like find his fiance.
She's been staying at Denise's place.
Yeah.
And he's like, will you marry me again? Can we do this? And she's like, yeah, I'm sick of being here. They just fight and fuck all the time.
Yeah,
And
scary.
yeah.
And then there's kind of like montage of them being a couple together again, Sydney being alone. And she's just like, call Sydney. He's like, guys, don't do that.
Yeah.
And Sydney watches Chocolat, which is referenced
Yeah.
earlier. And then it turns out that Peter has 1 million voicemails from all of these people who saw the
People
billboards.
love the billboards.
Yep.
Lou Ferrigno is
Back on-
back on because he was
Yes.
going to get rid of him to work with Tevin, his
Uh-huh.
coworker. And he's like, you know what? I liked those billboards.
They were good.
Yeah.
And then eventually it's his wedding day.
He's put together the craziest misfit group. Lou Ferrigno's in his wedding.
Yes, his brother, weird guy from gym.
Yeah. Doug,
who loves him. Like nothing makes sense.
Yeah,
Well,
old
yeah.
man. And then I love this part. So he's like watching him kind of sadly like airbase.
Airbase.
He's like sadly doing it in the courtyard, and she's like, "Oh, he misses his friend." She's like, "That's so sad."
Like you would
So-
about like a small child or an
Yeah.
animal. I'd be like, oh,
Sweetie.
sweetie.
Misses his friend. He's airbasing.
Yeah,
in the courtyard.
that's how I know. He did it with his friend.
And so she calls Sydney, who secretly is already in a suit on his way to Santa Barbara to show up and declare his bromance.
His bromance.
The wedding has started. Sydney shows up on his Vespa.
Yeah.
Sydney gives him $8,000 and is like, this is my wedding gift to you. And they have a little heart to heart, and then they do the I love you, man. I love you, bro.
And it's a lot of I love you with like silly names after I love you, bro, whatever.
Yeah, because men love each other, but in a cool way.
chill way. And it's not too
In a
meaningful.
man way, not in a gay way.
No, And then the wedding happens.
They get married.
And
Sydney is not allowed to give a speech at the wedding. We'll see after the credits.
yeah,
Makes sense.
fair. Super fair. And that's it.
And that's it. And I think
I'm on forever for
I think for them it's
couple.
probably forever. I think him and Sydney, I don't think that they're gonna have a breakup, but I think unless Sydney like decides to get a girlfriend and be a reasonable person.
Yes.
Like not even that he has to have
He
just
doesn't
like
have to have
be a
kids,
reasonable
just be
person.
like normal. Yeah.
Like stop living this or keep living this weird bachelor life, but then you are going to go separate ways.
Yes.
Like if you and your friends are not on the same page,
It's just not gonna
generally,
work.
if your lives are looking different, you probably just won't see each other that much.
Yes. So yeah, I think it's gonna be if or when he changes or kids.
Yeah.
I imagine kids are pretty soon.
Yeah. And they seem
Mm-hmm.
they're ready to
Yes.
jump in, all in.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
This has been When Harry Dumps Sally. We're here every Tuesday and we have a Patreon.
Ooh, Patreon.
Thank you, Sarah, for the suggestion.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Bye.